is different algorithm, and the NTLM hash is using a different algorithm to hashing. Okay, and we have Kerberos authentication as well. Microsoft has upgraded this its default authentication protocol to Kerberos, which provides a stronger authentication for client server and application than NTLM. So this is the Kerberos is the new authentication system, but we can come across these three as well. So NTLM and Kerberos is the default or like the common one authentication system for database. The thing is, both the three things are doing the hashing and it is storing it in their database. Okay. But the thing is, when you are like typing your password in this kind of like text field here, it won't be giving, it won't be like straightly going to or like to the database and then matching it. So each and every like authentication mechanism here would do those different things and also using different algorithms. Okay. And types of password attacks. So we have non-electronic attacks and we have active online attacks. So in non-electronic attacks would be the shoulder surfing, social engineering, and dumpster diving. So looking through the trash cans, trash bins, and the bills and papers left it in the trash cans, and social engineering, like phishing the client or phishing the target and try to gather some information like password or some information that where we can able to predict the password. And shoulder surfing is nothing but looking through sorry for the interruption. Okay, so now we are going to see the online attacks. So online attacks will be considered of the dictionary attack or the brute forcing and hash injection attacks and the poisoning attacks or NTLM poisoning attacks. And we can able to use like the viruses like Trojan, spyware, and keyloggers also, and password guessing will also comes under online attacks. So it would be direct communicating with the victim's machine or the target's machine. Okay. And we have like passive online attacks and offline attacks as well. So in passive online attacks will be like intercepting with the communication network itself. So we will be like traffic, like we will be like in the middle of the traffic, and we will be using like the Wireshark kind of thing to sniff the network. We call it as like the man in the middle attack or wire sniffing or relay attack. So these attacks will can able to like capture the password while it is going through the network or going through the wire. So we can bypass it, bypass the traffic, and then we can able to capture the password from while it is transferring between one system to the domain controller or the server. Okay, and offline attacks consist of rainbow table attack and distributed network attack. So the attacker copies the target's password file and then tries to crack the password on his own system to a different location. So we'll be copying the database, like the whole the password database itself, and then what we will do it, we will be trying to crack it in our local machine. So that is like we can also use the hashing of the matching hashing attacks as well. So the thing is, we won't be like directly contacting or communicating with the target system. We would be like only cracking it in our local machine. That's it. Okay. And dictionary, brute force, and rule-based attack. So dictionary attack, the file or dictionary file is loaded into the cracking application, then runs against a user account. So we will be having a dictionary of like the passwords, and we will be loading into the other tool, and then it will try to crack it. And brute forcing. So the program tries to every combination of character until the password is broken. So here, what we do is we would be trying to implement each and every word in our word list, the password list, and it would try to crack it. So once if it is logged in, so the attack is successful. And we have rule-based attack or rule-based attack. This attack is used when the attacker gets some information about the password. So some like some kind of tips or hints. Like the password will consist of 8 characters. Like for an example, so if there is an incident happened or something or any policy changes, like password policies, everyone in the network or everyone in the organization will receive a mail. That mail will be consist of the password rules. So it should be in 8 characters. It should be like this. It should be like that, etc., etc. So for some kind of example, so actually it has happened. So there is a hint which is given like everyone's password has been changed. Like the IT admin is delivering this mail to everyone that everybody's password is changed, and your password will be your name and followed by your year of joining. So that's it. That is the password. So we can easily try to like get the employees whomever is working using the social engineering, like going through the social media pages, and then we can also get their birthday dates or like joining dates from their social media pages, etc. So we can able to create a list of password and we can able to try it. So that is what we call rule-based attack. So like creating a unique password list and password guessing. Uh, Frequency of attacks is less. The attacker creates a list of all possible passwords from information collected through the social engineering or any other way manually input them on the victim machine to crack the password. So this is what. So yeah, password guessing will be like getting some information from using the social engineering from the target, and then we'll be trying to like create a password, like a working password. So the first step would be finding the valid user. So using like user enumeration, so we'd be gathering the usernames and creating list of possible passwords. As I already said, we can able to have some hints and we can able to create our own customized list of password and rank the password from high to low probability. It doesn't matter. We can straight go to the fourth step and the key in each password unit until the correct password is discovered. So you would try each and every password which we created and we'd be like checking whether each password are correct or not. And let's go further. So now we are going into the default password. So the default password is nothing but once you are like using any softwares, like it would become in a like predefined passwords like admin or root. So for even Kali voices will have the default password of Kali at Kali. That is what we call as default password. Every routers will also have the same kind of thing. They will be having some default password. The thing is, we can able to easily like outsource or like be able to search it in the Google itself to find any particular software's default. Like going through the documentation page would also give us the default password list. So we can easily get the password for the particular software. And Trojanware spyware. Using this viruses, we can able to retrieve the passwords. The virus, what it would do is it would like execute what is the predefined function of the virus, or we can able to give some commands to retrieve some files using that virus also. So the attacker would do it. So you're saying ethical hacker can also do it. So it would run in the background. The victim doesn't know whether he's under the virus or not, and we can easily retrieve the password, like the hash or list of credentials which are saved in their systems. And hash injection. So here we call it as pass the hash attack. So what we would do is, so in the SAM authentication system, as I already said, it won't be like in a clear text format. Whenever you're typing a password, it would be hash and then send it to the database and it would try to match. So while it is going through the network, we can easily capture the hash. And as our attacker, we can able to try the same thing. So we would be like transporting or retransmitting the same captured hash, and it would recognized as a legitimate one, and then we can easily log in without the password. So we are only passing giving the hash to the server, the domain controller, and it would let us log in into the network as the owner of the hash. So this is what we call as pass the hash attack. And we have LMNR or NPBT poisoning. This is also the same thing, but the thing is here, so it is consist of like a handshake kind of method. So where you will be giving a hash to the server and the server would process it and give a token into it. And you have to acknowledge the token and as well as the hash, and it would be logged in. So you have to transmit the other thing as well. So in here, we can able to capture any of the in-between traffic, and then if we broadcast it again, we can easily log in as any of the user. So the attacker cracks the NTLM hash obtained from the victim authentication process and extract the credentials are used to log on the host system in the network. So we can do the same exact thing. Let's go further. Oh, sorry. Moving on to, yeah, pass the ticket attack. So here, instead of any like the relays or the packets, here it would be considered as a tickets. So we have like TGT tickets, we have ST tickets, etc. Golden ticket, silver ticket, we call it as. So after like the acknowledgement, we would be giving or we would be getting a like a token kind of thing, where like a ticket. So it would be like has some like validation time and like whatever the access we have. So same thing, if we can able to capture the TGT, we can also like broadcast to the domain controller and we can able to log in as the legitimate user. So for this kind of attack, we would be using the memcached tool. So mostly we would be using memcached for this like forging the TGT tickets and etc. So the thing is, the tool can able to recreate the TGT token itself by the hash using only the hash also. And Rubus will be like this tool will be used to log in as a different user from a system. So if you're logged in as like user one, so using this tool you can log in as a user two using like memcached, like capturing the token, and then using Rubus we can able to throw the token or the ticket to the server, and then we can able to log in as a legitimate user. Okay, so this is what the pass the ticket attack. So same thing here, instead of hash we are using tickets. Okay, and wire sniffing, so the same thing, we will be like capturing the packets when the victim traffic is under attack. So if you are like a capture, if you are like tampered into the wires, or if you are like connected with the Wi-Fi network, so we can easily capture the packets. It will be encrypted, but the thing is we can able to decrypt it. So if they are using like an unencrypted traffic, we can easily get the sensitive information such as passwords in a readable format itself. And using the sniffed credentials, we can able to use to gain an unauthorized access to the target network or systems also. Okay, the same thing will be coming under the man in the middle attack also. So we will be giving a relay into the traffic, and then we can able to easily capture the target system. And now we are in the rainbow table. Rainbow table or like pre-computated table that contains word list of dictionary files, brute force list, and their hashed values. Okay, so we'll be having the readable format or readable passwords, and also it hashed values. Okay, and then what we do is we would be comparing the hash to the hashed password. So the hash of the password is captured and then compared with the pre-computed hash tables. If a match form, then the password gets cracked. So what as I previously said. So it is easier to recover password by comparing the captured password as to the pre-computed tables. So here we have pre-computed hashes. So if this hash is matched with the actual hash, so we can easily find the password is 1QAZWED. So this is the hash, this is the hashed one of this password. And if we like throw it to the system, and if it is matches, so the password would be this. So we can easily recover the password using the rainbow tables. And now we're going to discuss about the cracking tools, like what are the tools we would be using. So the password cracking tools are the Low-Fat crack and the OPH cracks. So these are all the tools where we can able to use the tools the list of passwords, or we call it as like the rocky.txt, or like the common password list. So it will try to match each and every passwords or each and every hashes in the target system. So it is like used to like of offline cracks or offline attacks. And here we have the rainbow crack tool. This is also do the same. So it is going to match the hash with the pre-computed hash. So for this kind of matching, we can also use the John the Ripper, Hashcat, or Hydra, or Medusa. So most of the things, like in most tools, actually these four tools are all the same tools. No, the tools are not will not be in a GUI format like this. The John the Ripper, Hashcat, Hydra, and Medusa won't be in a GUI format. It will be a CLI format. These tools are, but the previous tools are GUI format, but those are for offline. But these John the Ripper, Hashcat, and Hydra will also we can also use it for online and as well as the offline attacks also. Okay. But I mostly use the John the Ripper and Hashcat, and sometimes if it is mostly if it is an online, I would go for Hydra. I would be mostly using these three tools. We will be seeing some lab activities as well for this one. Okay, and I think we have completed. Okay, now we are in password cracking countermeasures. So what are the precautions where we can able to take to in order to like not get hacked by the password cracking? So what we do is we have to do like disallow use of same password during the password change. So we should not use the same password like say like 2 times or 3 times. So even the Gmail IDs won't letting you to use the same password if you are changing it. And disallow password sharing. Password sharing is nothing but like sharing your password among your friends or families. and disallowing the use of password that can be found in a dictionary. So if it is like available in the rocky.txt or in any other like cracked one, so you guys are not supposed to use that password. Now do not use clear text protocol and protocol with weak encryptions. So what like the protocols which is like unencrypted protocols, you should not supposed to use those things. And set the password change policy to 30 days. And that not only 30 days, it is minimum of 30 days. You can go like minimum also like 20 days, 10 days, week, months, etc. But it should like minimum, it should be like 30 days. And do not use any like system default password. And that is also must, you have to change your default passwords. And it is continued here, and we have to use the like at least minimum of 8 to 12 characters, and you have to use the extra characters like symbols, numbers also. And we are not supposed to use our like spouse or child's name or pet's name or even our date of birth included in our password. It should not be. And ensure the application neither stores the password in memory or nor write them in a disk in a clear text format. The thing is, the browsers. So you would be saving your passwords in your browser, right? You're not supposed to do that, even though it requires the like a whole system password to open it. But the thing is, it won't be in a like very like good encryption method it would be using. And like some browsers won't be using any like encryption function also. It doesn't even ask for the password to use the saved password also. So you are not supposed to save any password in these kind of tools and etc. things. And lock an account subjected to too many incorrect password cases. If you are a developer and you have to develop kind of this, if anybody the customers is trying to log in with the incorrect password like multiple times or like minimum of 3 times, it should be logged out the username for a particular time. It should be logged out, and use a random strings like as a prefix or suffix for like kind of assault encryptions, and use a two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication for your authentication mechanisms. And also try to use this like the third-party authentication tools like the Microsoft Authenticator or Google Authenticator. So like use kind of like authenticator apps also, or like password manager tools. Okay, try to use those things. So I can also understand like we can't able to remember each and every passwords. So that is why we have to use the password managers. So you will be having a master password for your tool, and after giving the master password, you can able to easily like try to we can easily copy the other domain's password from the okay, and try to don't use like the same password for each and every domains. So that's it for this module. Uh, just give me a second. We can see the labs also for this module. Just give me a second. I'll share my screen. Just almost done. So we'll be seeing the Hydra tool for tracking. I've already had some hash, I think so. Just give a second. Okay, so we can able to dive into the lab now. I hope my screen is visible for you guys. The second monitor is visible. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue with the password tracking. So let's see the Hydra here. It is here. It is. Okay. So here I like took a like tracking example here. So it would be like we don't need to have the like so it would take some time to recreate everything. So that is why we are using this third domain here, like the third party domain here. So we already seen what is Hydra tool. Hydra is a password cracking tool where we can able to crack any kind of like algorithm which is like used to hash the passwords. Okay. So let's see. So actually here it is, they have mentioned it. So installing Hydra. So actually basically like defaultly the Hydra tool would be pre-installed one. So if it is not installed in your like Kali machine, you can able to use the apt install Hydra or DNF install Hydra. So apt install Hydra would work. Okay, so you don't need to worry. If you doesn't have the Hydra tool, you can use the apt install Hydra command. Okay. And let's see using Hydra. How to use the Hydra tool. So here they have like given a like room here. So let's use the attack box in the browser itself. It would be very convenient. Yeah, it is allowed. Okay, so it is also an online like attack or like online hacking or like we call it next kind of thing. Actually, it is an Ubuntu based machine. So every tool where would be using is will be already installed here. So don't need to worry of it. Okay. So we try to access this target using this link. So I'm opening a browser in our attacking machine. So here we have a login form. So we would be going with the online attack itself. But the thing is, first we have to like enumerate the username. Let's assume that admin is already the user. So I'm giving the same admin as it is. So here the says like username or password is incorrect. Okay. So we doesn't know whether the admin is the username or not. So let's go with the tool now. So Hydra commands the option we have passed to the Hydra depending on which server or protocol it is used. Okay, so here we have a like a command prompt, like the syntax they have already given, but it is for the SSH purpose, not for the online purpose. So we have to like change it. Actually, they have given in the bottom here the post web form. So if we have a like post web form, so what syntax we have to use? So we have to use this kind of syntax here. So this syntax is consist of sudo Hydra and the username and the word list for the password and the IP address of the target and what kind of form it is. So we are mentioning it is the HTTP post form and we have to give the request also. So what kind of request it is going to us. So in the description or in the bottom table, it is like the description is also mentioned over there. Okay. So we have to use a like special character, like kind of like upwards arrow mark in the user on in the parser. So it will try each and every names or words which we have given into the syntax. Okay. So this is the description. We have like the L for the username and P for the password list and etc. So let's use the tool for now and try to attack it. I'm going to use the verb shoot now. Why? Because we have to like capture the request, right? The post form request. So in order to like get it, we have to use or we have to like intercept using the verb shoot. So that is why I'm turning on the verb shoot. And once we capture it, we can able to save it in a like a kind of a TXT or we can able to like give it as it is also. So we are giving the tool some information and it is going to try to like brute force it. Okay. We need to Modist web password. So we have to crack the Modist web password. And the second question, we have to use the SSH password. No, this request was encrypted. Yes, it is. But this given like example like this like for this tutorial, the TrackMe doesn't using any like HTTPS. It is only using HTTP. So it is not an encrypted traffic. As you can see in the log symbol, it is in the crossed format. So that means it is not a secure connection. Okay. Okay, so as from the question I got the like username as Molly, so we are trying a password here. So this is just to like capture it to the verb shoot. So it is blinking now. That means the verb shoot has captured the request. So let's get back to the verb shoot now. Okay, here it is. So we type Molly and the password is password. So it is being saved it like showing it here. So we can able to like switch it to the repeater or we can able to get the request also, but we can able to use the same exact request also. We can easily copy from here. So this is the actual request which is going to the server. Okay. It is not only the username and password which is going to the server. It is the whole kind of like headers and the request and etc. Okay. We have like parameters and its values as well. You know this one. Let me capture it once again. So here it says username incorrect. Let's open the terminal now. Actually, before that, we need it, turn it off, or else it won't work. So that is why the browser won't work. So it will only try to like send it the request to the worksheet itself. Yeah, it is a vulnerability. The traffic is not encrypted means it is a vulnerability. But the thing is, in the internet networks, the traffic won't be encrypted. Why? Because the firewall can't able to read the traffic and we can't able to secure the network. So that is why the one second. Yeah. So that is why the internal network won't be encrypted. But whichever is outgoing, like server to the customer, that traffic would be encrypted. Okay. But even though if it is encrypted, only the like the server traffic would be like encrypted, but we are only sending it from our browser. So on the time it won't be encrypted. While after going to the server, it will be encrypted. So we can easily like try to do it on the like unencrypted or encrypted traffics also, because we are using it in a web form, not a like another form of login things. Okay. Okay. So L is for username, and that is why we are using Molly here, and we'll be using the P flag now. And that is for the password. Word list, and I'm using seclist, or we can use rocky.txt itself. So here I am using some random names you might see, you might think, but the thing is it is not the random words. Actually, it is the actual location. So in the root folder, in user folder, we have share, and share we have word list, in word list we have the rocky.txt file. It is actual location of it, and now I'm giving the IP address of the target, and now I'm like giving it the HTTP post form. I'm mentioning it is the HTTP post form method. You have to use this method. Okay. So now we have to give the post form or the request data. So we have to create it now, or we have to type it now. I'm using opening the double quotes here. And it is the login form. So it is login. You can see it is in the login directory. So that is right. And the parameters would be the username and the passwords. So here, the parameter is user. You copied it. So because we're going to use the same username password. Actually, this, sorry for the noise. I'm so sorry. Okay. So the extra character, we can't able to create it in our keyboard. So that is why I'm copying it. So if or if incorrect. So if it is incorrect, it doesn't matter. It should not show it to us. But if it is matching, if it is not incorrect means it should show us. So that is what we are giving. So we are giving a check value for the two. So if it sees this kind of request or this kind of result, it should ignore that. So if it is not, which means it should give us the password. So that password will be correct. So that's it. Actually, we have constructed our syntax now. So I'm checking everything is right. And yeah, actually it is pretty good. So I've like typed in enter now, and the tool is now started. And it is trying to, oh, actually we already got the password. Here it is. Sunshine is the password for the Molly. So you can see we got that password easily. So this is how the Hydra tool works. So we have, I mean, I have showed you for this like the web format. So let's try it out whether it is working or not. Sunshine. And it is working, and we got the flag in the background. You can see that in the web form, we have the actual flag here. So let's copy it. And let's paste it here. And that's it. We captured the flag. And let's go with the SSH also. So you guys might be already know what is SSH is. It is a protocol which we use for the remote connection to our missions. So if we have the username password, we can able to easily access it to it. And also the SSH port also should be open. in the 22 port number. Okay. So we already know it is running, the port is open and the username is Molly. So the password is Sunshine, but we doesn't know what password is for the SSH. So we are going to use the same kind of word list here also. And instead of the HTTP post method, we are going to use a different one here. So I'm giving the IP address of the target. Okay, now I'm mentioning it is SSH, it is not a post one. So the now method is also mentioned. So it already knows what kind of request. Okay, we already got the password. It is butterfly. So that simple it is. Actually, you can see that it is like using this word list and it is doing a quick manner. So it is within seconds we got it. But the thing is, actually, if you are using like a default like a complex password, it would take much time. No, but if it is easy guessable password, which is already present in a very like in a starting words of a word list means it is very easy to crack. It won't take like much time. Okay. The thing is now we got the password as butterfly. So now we can able to try to log in using SSH. So let's try to log in over there. So we are connecting using SSH. So that is why I'm using SSH. What is the username @ and we have to give the target IP address which we want to connect. And for the first time, we do ask for this and type in yes. And now we have to give the password, which we captured it. So here it is in the clipboard. I'm copying and pasting it here. So don't like panic that it won't be visible. So if you pasted it here itself, because Linux won't like show you the password. And actually it says it is this actually incorrect. The thing is, I think we haven't copied it properly. Yeah, now it is correct. Okay, so now we got into here, and here we have the flag.txt here. And here we have the flag. So we use the hider tool and we crack both the passwords, like both manners, like kind of like SSH and also for the web-based login form also. Actually, it is very easy, very simple. So if it is comes in the practice actually. Okay. So do we guys having any questions here? Okay, what is the shortcut for the pasting any text in the terminal? Actually, it is Control-Shift-V. So if you use Control-C or Control-V, it won't work. Okay. So you have to use the shift also in order to paste it. But anywhere else, it would be Control-C. But if it is a terminal, it should Control-Shift-C or V. Okay. Okay, let's continue with the other modules. We are into the fifth module, social engineering techniques and countermeasures. Okay. So what is social engineering? So actually, to be short here, it is hacking the human mind itself. So using the social engineering techniques, we can easily retrieve any information or any sensitive information which we want. And social engineering technique is an art of convincing people to reveal their confidential information. So that is what we call it as social engineering. Okay, so people doesn't even like aware that they are under an attack. So they doesn't know actually it is like confidential information and they would easily like deliver their like give us the information or the sensitive informations. Okay, so the common target of social engineering would be the receptionist or in a like help desk personals, employees whom are working in the receptions. Yeah, so these are all these things will be or these are all will be the target for the social engineering. Which OS is the best mostly used for password cracking? Actually, there is no like best OSs for anything. If you are like if you can able to like use the tools in Windows also, it is easy. Like there is no like the best OSs for anything. Whichever OSs is working for you, like if it is a Parrot or if it is a Kali, you can use any OSs if you want. The thing is, it is in our techniques and it is in our practice. Okay, so we can able to use any tools in any OS environment to crack any kind of passwords. But the thing is, for kind of like the rainbow tables and things, if you're like having like millions of like password data and if you want to match it, So on that time, you required like a very really graphic oriented systems. So it requires a lot of power to match each and every hashes. So on that time, you require like a very what do we say, like high powered machines to do it, or else it won't like start even, it won't like the crack won't even start or something. Okay, let's continue here. So the target would be the technical support executives, system administrators, or users and the clients or customers, the vendors of the target organization. Vendors is nothing but like the other companies that the target organization would go for. So each and every organization like won't have each and every services. So they would also go for it, some vendor companies. So those vendors company, from there we can also gather some information and use it going for the senior executives. Also, we can able to retrieve the information using the social engineering, or where we can able to get a sensitive information. The impacts of social engineering would be the economic losses, damage for the goodwill of the company, and loss of privacy, dangerous or danger of terrorism, lawsuit can also be happen, and temporary or permanent closure also can happen using these attacks. Behaviors vulnerable to attack. What are the behaviors? Authority, intimidation, consensus or social proof, or scarcity, urgency, familiarity, or linking, or trust, or greed. So these are all the behaviors which leads to these kind of attacks. So greed, you can think why greed is coming here. So what we do is we would like try to give some like information, like kind of like I would be offering you a job in my company. So could you give me some information about your working company, so that we can able to like give and take kind of policy. So we would be giving some greed. We would be trying to like get the greed out of the people to retrieve the information from them also. So factor that may compromise the vulnerable too. So the insufficient security training. So the awareness of the employees. So that is a main issue, and unregulated access to the information. So for a low-level employee, he's not supposed to like access any like sensitive information, right? So it is not supposed to happen, and several organizational unit and lack of security policies. This also leads to this kind of attacks. And why social engineering is effective? Actually, why is it effective? Like the social engineering does not deal with any network security issues or interest. So instead, it deals with the psychology or manipulation of a human being or his mind to extract desired information. So that is why it is very effective. So it is not like a system or like a computer. It is our normal human working brain. So you can easily devise and deceive the person, and we can easily retrieve the information from them. So if I like ask you like some like normal questions, like what is your name and how are you study, and do you have a pet, what is the pet's name, what is your father's or mother's name, like this kind of questions will reveal their sensory information, and from this I can easily like create a list of password, and I can try to attack them easily. We can easily retrieve the passwords of the humans or etc. And place of social engineering attacks. So research of the target company, and selecting the target and develop a relationship between the target or the employee whomever is working in the target organization, and exploiting the relationship. Like if I want to like target into the company, what I would do it, I would like get connected to a HR team and or like an IT administrator, and I would try to build a relationship with them, and I would sometimes go out with them kind of a parties or something, and I would get some information like one by one, and it can easily retrieve like sensitive information about the target company. So if the employees disclose some like sensitive information, like it is like unlawful thing that our company is doing, we can easily give a lawsuit to the target organization. We can disturb their goodwill. So this is an example. Okay, let's go further. Yeah, type of social engineering. So we have like human-based social engineering, and computer-based social engineering, and mobile-based social engineering. So here it is nothing but we use the normal like things like the impersonation, wishing, eavesdropping, shoulder stopping. These are all the common things where we can able to use on the human-based social engineering. If it is a computer based, it is nothing but giving a phishing link to the target, or like using a like a virus, and we can able to use a pop-up window, or giving a spam mail, like using the computers, or using like sending the intended thing to the target computer, and then we can retrieve some files from there. So that is what the computer-based social engineering and mobile-based social engineering. So sensitive information is gathered with the help of mobile apps, like the publishing the malicious app and using the fake security apps, or repackaging the legitimate apps. So what is repackaging legitimate app is nothing but, so if you are having a WhatsApp, and if you are like downloading it from the Play Store or something, right? So that is a legitimate one. So what I would do is, after downloading, I would repackage the application with my malicious code or virus, and after that I would send it to the target user. So he would be receiving from WhatsApp or something. After installing it, it won't trigger anything. So the Play Store won't trigger anything because it is a legitimate app, but it is repackaged one. So in the background, my virus is also going to run, and it will going to retrieve the information from his phone. And also using the SMS phishing is also considered as mobile-based social engineering. And human-based social engineering for impersonations. The attacker pretend to be someone legitimate or an unauthorized person. So as what we do is like using the fake accounts, using the fake social media accounts, where we can impersonate as anybody, like a HR, to like whether he's giving up what do we say, like the work or something, or any offers, work offers or job offers, or as a like an influencer and scamming peoples, etc., etc. So these are all the human-based social engineerings. And you impersonating using phishing. So phishing is nothing but phishing is like over the phone call. It's called phishing. So like we would be calling from your mobile operator, and we would like to like change your email address. So could you give me your email address to change or anything? Or we would haven't linked your like social security number with your account. Can you please give your social security number so we can able to update in our portal, etc., etc. These kind of things will be coming under phishing. So whatever we are doing using the phone or using the voice, it is called phishing. Okay. And eavesdropping, solo surfing, dumpster diving. You guys already know. I don't want to bore you with this because most of YouTubers would go for these in the starter. And human-based social engineering. So reverse social engineering, piggybacking, or tailgating. So let's start with the reverse social engineering. The attacker present him or herself as an authority, and the target seeks his or her advice before or after offering the information that the attacker needs. So here, as I said, I would be like impersonate myself as an authority, like an HR, and I would ask her to retrieve some information in the target. And if she's given me the information, I would tell her that I would give her the job offer. But the thing is, I won't be giving because I'm impersonating an HR, right? So, like in piggybacking, an authorized person intentionally or unintentionally allows an unauthorized person to pass through a secure door. For example, I forgot my ID badge at home. Please help me. So this is like a normal excuse, but they won't do it. The thing is, what I would do it, I would be make a friendship with the working person from there. It might be a party over there happening in their organization. So what I would do is I would ask the person, the target person, and what he would do is he would let me in using his identity or his authority. He would be letting me into the organization where I can able to retrieve the information about the target. So this is called piggybacking. And we have tailgating. The attackers wearing a fake ID badges enters a secured area by closely following an unauthorized person through a door that requires a key access. So using a fake ID. So as I already said, in the starting, I think we already discussed about this. Like using like a profile picture, so where he or she has his the organization ID card. So from there, we can easily merge or create a fake ID card, and we can retrieve the information from there. Or we can able to enter into the organization unauthorized. Okay. So in the computer-based social engineering, the pop-up windows, like the random pop-ups would comes whenever we are accessing a third-party website. So that is it. And hoax letters is nothing but hoax is like the false information. So what I would do is I would be sending an emails to every employee that we are under attack. So please try to change your password as soon as possible. I would give it. But the thing is, I would be already in the network, like sniffing into the network. And whenever they are changing the password, it would go through the traffic, right? So from there, I can easily retrieve each and every employee's password. So using a hoax, using a false information, we can also retrieve informations and chain letters, giving them gifts and things, like offering like the data, like 40 GBs of data would be free for you, or your next recharge would be free, or giving cashbacks to you, so that if you install this application, you would be getting a cashback kind of thing. So that is also a chain letter, like offering some gift to retrieve the information or money from the target person. Okay, so it is also like these like instant chat messengers, spam mails, and scarewares will also comes under the computer-based social engineering. And you guys already know phishing, like legitimate kind of email which will send you, or which will like give you or like retrieve some information from your system. It might be like attachment, it might be a Word file or anything. So once you clicked on it, it would be retrieving the information to the attacker. Okay. So these are all the examples of phishing. How we can able to identify an email or identify a phishing email. So by looking through their the email IDs and looking for any spelling mistakes. So if it is from an organization, there won't be any spelling mistakes available over there. And looking through the links. So if you like drag it through here, so there will be a bottom appear with the link. So if it is a random names or random text, you should not supposed to click those links. So looking through the email IDs will also give us the whether it is a phishing link or phishing mail or not. And here we have continued by the phishing. Here types of phishing, we have a spear phishing, veiling, forming, and spamming. So here spear phishing is nothing but targeting a specific person, a specific individual in the organization. So that is like targeting a single person. For a phishing, that is called spear phishing. Veiling is nothing but targeting a higher profile people in the organization, like CEOs, CFOs, politicians, celebrities, influencers, etc. That is called veiling. And forming is nothing but an attacker redirects a web traffic to a fraudulent website by installing a malicious program on a personal computer or a server. It is like not only like installing a malicious program, by sending a fake link also. From that link, we can able to redirect to their legitimate website. But the thing is, once they have put on the credentials, it comes back to the attacker. So it's called forming. Spamming is nothing but the variant of spam that exploits the instant messaging platform to flood spam across the network. So it is like bomb message, etc. So your phone will constantly receive messages like 100 or 200, 300 of messages instantly. So that is called spamming. Okay, and these are all the tools where we use it for like phishing purposes. So we have these are all what do you say, the CLI tools here, the BlackEye, PhishX, Model Card, Trap, or EvilGenX. So these are all like CLI tools where we'd be going for the social engineering, social media tools or social media domains like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. The thing is, it won't be attacking straightly the server. It is only attacking the target or the customers of the Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So once we give this generate a link from this tool, and if they logged in over that link, we can easily retrieve the password in this tool. Okay, and we have mobile based one. As I already said, we would be giving a malicious app, repackaged one, and it is going to retrieve the password to us. But the thing is, it would be like working as a legitimate app itself. But the thing is, in the background, it is going to run those extra things. And smashing is nothing but giving the false information using the SMS. So we would be sending an SMS to the target people as any like a bank person or something, and asking for anything or OTPs or information or anything, so credentials, etc. If you are using SMS, that is coming under phishing or SMS phishing. Okay. Okay, so we don't need to go with the insider attack. We can skip this. Yeah, types of insider threats. Insider threat is nothing but the employees whomever turned as the attacker itself, or like in the person which is giving the information to us. The victims of the target organization. Those are all people, we call it as insiders. So we have two types. We have like the known insiders or unknown insiders. So people does know that they are like hacking or giving information about the target system, and people that are unaware that they are the victim that is under this attack. So that's it. So identity theft is nothing but uh, so we guys already know like creating the fake bank accounts or fake social media accounts, using credit cards, etc., etc. So these are all comes under the identity theft. So if we retrieve any like these kind of information, we can easily impersonate as any other users. So countermeasures would be the like inducing the password policy and physical security policies like the ID cards and biometrics to access the organization, etc. And different strategies for the social engineering campaigns and things. So social engineering campaigns is nothing but the hackers. What they would do is they would be using a tool to send phishing emails for like thousands of people in a single second. So for those kind of we call it as that campaigns. So if we are giving this thousands of emails, at least one or two will like work on, right? So that is why these people will use these kinds like campaigns. How to detect phishing emails? So we can like get this what do we say as a like a screenshot, or actually you guys will get the screen like the recording, so it doesn't matter. So these are all the techniques we would be checking for hand phishing email. So if anyone is present in this email, that means it is an untrusted email or it is a phishing email. Okay. So yeah, we have like anti-phishing toolbars also. So it is like a kind of an extra like an add-on tools or add-on like browser add-ons or extensions where we can easily use it to identify any phishing emails. Like we have Netcraft and Fish Tracks, Tanks. And here, these are all the social engineering tools. Actually, here the GoFish is like a GUI version. So use like using this GoFish, we can also like use it for the campaign purposes also. So we have like here it is the GoFish or OFish. So using the GUI would be looking like this. So where we have to like give some information like list of emails and like things and etc. And once we like created everything and we can able to send it. Once we created the profile, so once it is like sent, so it will be sent to each and every person which is mentioned in that information. So in that the email list, and we can easily retrieve it. So we can also like check whether it has been whether that person is like clicked it or not, whether he's opened that the malicious file or not, whomever is like number of persons who opened the malicious link, etc. We can able to easily retrieve from the tool itself. So tomorrow we start with the lab of this tool, okay, and then we can go further. So and now we are going into or moving into the Q&A. If you guys having any doubts, please shoot it out now. Yeah, we have a question here. I'm sorry, it's about LMS. When I try to open the module of the course, I receive this message. Actually, we are facing some like trouble and on the link. Don't worry, you can able to try it in a new browser, or try to you like clear the cache in your browsers. Okay, try to clear the caches and the histories, and then you can able to try it out. And the other thing is you can't able to like download the videos from there. You can able to watch it. Okay, and the other thing is you have to like log in before you are like opening the same link. Like it might be like not logged in, so you might be like passed it in the middle, and after like half an hour or something, it would be automatically logged out. So that is why it might be have this my kind of issue. Okay, so try to like re-log in and like make sure you're deleted the caches and things. Okay, and I'm using Chrome and Edge, the same result. Okay, try like recacher try to delete the catchers, and if the like the problem is still persist, I'll talk to the management, or actually now itself I'll talk to the management, and I will try to like resolve this issue. And do any other buddy like anyone else like having the same issue like this the recordings of the classes issue? Okay, I hope none. I think so. Okay. So do we have any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Any other questions, any other doubts which we like seen it in today's classes? Okay. Yeah, I hope there isn't any like doubts or questions here. I see you guys in the next session. Yeah, I think there won't be any like tomorrow. It will be day after tomorrow, and we'll see you once again. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.